Hi there. My name is Abel Beckford, and this is the latest episode of the One Problem podcast. As you might know, I bring on guests, and they talk about one problem, not all the problems in the world. That would simply overwhelm us. So today, my very special guest is Dr. Lois McGuire. She is the author of the character education series, Don't Be That Kid. Over to you, Lois.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. And what is the one problem I'd like to speak to today? I'm a retired superintendent of schools from New Jersey, now living in Florida and writing character education books. Now, why did I do that? I did that because throughout my career, starting as an elementary school teacher and ending as a superintendent of schools, I felt that we didn't spend enough time on values: honesty, respect, responsibility, cooperation, kindness, being a good sport, learning how to share, self-reflection. It is imperative that parents, grandparents, and educators spend time with young children teaching those skills. And one way that we can begin to do that is by establishing clear expectation with our children. What do I mean by that? Quite simply, telling children exactly what we expect from them and the behaviors that we expect from them before we get into a situation. A perfect example would be going to the supermarket. Before you go to the supermarket with your child, tell your child where you're going, why you're going, and how you expect your child to behave. And then you tell your child what he and she can expect from you in return. We're going to the supermarket because I need to buy dinner for tonight. When we get there, you're going to be walking with me next to the grocery cart. I don't expect you to be touching the foods on the shelves. I don't expect you to be yelling. I expect you to be helping me select items for dinner. Once we do that and we get home and you help me unpack the groceries, then we're going to fill in the blank. We're going to play a game. We're going to see a video. We're going to go to the park. It doesn't matter what that is. By explaining to your child where you're going and why, how you expect them to behave once you get there, and then what you're going to do afterwards, you're giving them a comfort level so that they understand exactly what is expected of them. That's a value, and I think it's an important value. We're going to grandma and grandpa's house. Once we get there, I expect you to say hello to them. Either kiss them hello, hug them hello, whatever your family does. I don't want to kiss grandma and grandpa. I don't want to go to grandma and grandpa. You explain to your child before you get there why it's important to visit grandma and grandpa, and you reiterate what you expect their behavior to do. We get there, you say hello to them or hug them, whatever you prefer as a parent, and then you can go and watch video games, or you're going to have cake, we're going to have lemonade, whatever's going to happen. And we're going to spend X amount of time there, and then we're going to go home. By doing that, you start to eliminate young children having tantrums, older children ignoring grandparents and just walking in the house and sitting on the couch, turning on the TV, or playing with their video. We're not playing with our video games when we visit grandma and grandpa. We're there to visit them and talk to them. and will only be there for a half hour, an hour, whatever the length is. By doing that, you are eliminating having problems once you get to a place or into a situation. So today, the problem is how to eliminate these situations by teaching core values. Saying hello to grandma and grandpa and respecting them, that's showing respect. It's taking responsibility for your actions. It's learning how to get along with others. Back to you, Ava.
Wow. That's something that I've never thought about, sitting down and setting up the expectations. But now that you've presented it, it makes so much sense. And I guess the books are a little bit related because they teach some of these skills. Am I correct?
Every scene in Don't Be That Kid at School and Don't Be That Kid at Home reflects a different character trait. So yes, my books are all about values, teaching core values.
And there are two of them so far in the
So
series.
far I have two. May I show?
Yes,
Can I
please.
show them?
Yes.
The first one is Don't Be That Kid at School, because it's Don't Be That Kid. It's about a little goat who misbehaves every day and then learns his lesson. While writing this, I wrote a paperback resource guide for educators. Every scene of the book has activities separated into grades K1, 2, 3, and grades 4, 5. My second hardcover book is Don't Be That Kid at Home. And again, each scene depicts a different character trait. This one is about learning to be a good sport. You read the book, discuss the scenes, and talk about behavior. That's what these books are all about.
Thank you so much. I know that my listeners are going to enjoy this.